Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Riku from Japan. This channel is all about Go, which is an exciting and easy to start board game. Today we will try more exercises related to what we learned in the last video, Life and Death of Stones. But before that, let's review some important rules, terms, and basic strategies of Go. There are 3 questions, so try to answer it correctly. Question number 1. What is a term that describes an area surrounded by stones? I think you remember that players compete for the size of the area surrounded by their stones in Go games. The answer is a territory. Do you remember that? Question number 2. How can stones be captured? I'm sure you know players can capture opponent stones in Go rule, but can you describe how? Please stop the video if you want to take more time to think. Ready? To capture your opponent's stones, you need to put your stones on the up, down, left and right of the stone you want to capture. You can leave the diagonal points open. In case you did not remember it, I recommend you to review the video part 3. This is the last question. Do you remember the concept of prohibited placement? It means a stone can't be put on a point under certain condition. So what makes a point prohibited placement? Are you ready? Prohibited placement indicates a point where your stone can be taken by your opponent immediately. For example, you can't put your stone on the point where it is already surrounded by the opponent's stones. Were you able to answer all the questions correctly? You can always review previous videos. Now, let's move on to some exercise of life and death questions. Exercise number 1. It is Black's turn. Where would you put a stone? You should think about how to kill white stones since the group does not have 2 eyes yet. The answer is here. By placing a black stone here, white will become unable to make 2 eyes anymore, which means those stones are dead. If black weren't put here, white stone will be placed here and they will leave because there become 2 eyes. Now I think you are aware how important it is to realize an opponent's vital point. It has a huge influence on the game. To be able to find a vital point as quickly as possible, let's practice more and more. Exercise number 2. It is also Black's turn. Put a stone so that Black can leave. Have you decided where to put? The answer is here. Only by placing a stone here, Black can make 2 eyes in this one turn. Were you able to find out? Actually, there are other possible moves, but those require some more moves to leave. Therefore, this move is the best, considering less move is better to win in good games. There is a tip to make 2 eyes, that is to divide a territory into 2. In many cases, that will lead you to have 2 eyes. Now, let's move on to exercise number 3. This question is more difficult than the previous ones. It is Black's turn again, and you need to kill white. First, take your time and I'll give you a hint later. You can stop the video too. Now, I'll give you a hint. Do not consider capturing all white stones at once, but try to capture a part of them. It is okay to allow white to make an eye, If there is only one eye, the stone can be taken at the end. Then, take your time again and decide where to put a stone. The answer is here. For the first move, place a stone here and white to die, and then put one here at last. By doing that, 3 white stones at the bottom became dead, and consequently, this group as whole has only one eye, means they are dead. Did you understand why 3 white stones became dead? Let me explain. Assuming white place a stone here at the next move, black connect the stones like this. Now white has only one eye and dead. On the contrary, if white places a stone here, those 4 white stones became surrounded by black, means white stones in the bottom became dead. At the same time, white stones above became to have only one eye and dead. Therefore, after the third move of black, 3 white stones died. Now let me introduce a new Go term, Atari. Atari describes the situation where a stone is surrounded by opponents except for one point, which means it will be captured in the next move if you don't do anything. The 4 white stones at the bottom are just under Atari. Please don't forget this term because I'm sure you will hear it pretty often. Let's go back to exercise question. In this situation, first move is very important. Try to think how to get white stones by changing third moves, considering white places on a different point on the next turn. Important thing to find the right move to kill the stones is to think which stone to make under Atari. Finally, the last question. It is black's turn. Place a stone so that black can leave. Unlike the previous question, it is very basic one, so try to think yourself by remembering the principle for the stones to leave. Are you ready? The answer is here. Black will have 2 eyes and live by this move. Okay, we have tried 4 exercises today. Well done! As I have said several times, life and death are very important to improve your Go skill. So I recommend you to try more and more exercises so that you will be able to find out the best move quickly. Today we have tried 4 exercises related to life and death of stones. I know some were pretty difficult, so you should be proud of yourself. There are many kinds of life and death questions on the internet, so try as many as possible if you want to improve your Go skill efficiently. In the next video, I will talk about the moves at the end of the game. After learning this, you will be able to play a 9x9 board Go game soon. Please check it out! Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and be sure to hit the subscribe button before you go. See you in my next video.